Hello everyone. This is uh, this is just a brief video that I want to make. I was thinking about the topics that I wanted to talk, and suddenly out of nowhere this thought came. Unless you are a twin flame, you're in a twin flame journey, or you are sincerely searching for something very spiritual, like you're literally living a very spiritual life away from householder life. It might be a little bit different or difficult to understand the concept because I went through the twin flame journey. Well, I never met my twin, but I went through the journey, twin flame journey, and I was told that since we couldn't meet, so that ended. The point is, still, I had to learn a lot of things through my spirit guardians, my guardian angels. I grew up in certain way that was completely different from the ideology of what it is. It completely broke apart every single belief system that I had previously regarding what is right, what is wrong, what is God, what is this, what is that, how things works, how that it is, how this is it is. Even I didn't had much of an idea about spirit guardians, guardian angels, and such beings. My point is, it's because of the twin flame journey. What I'm trying to say is, it is my personal experience. It's not because of somebody videos that I saw, or it's because of my personal experiences that I directly received from my spirit guardians information and stuff. It's if you're somebody who's looking down on yourself for your looks, your health, your finances, your achievements, your family background, your financial background, your social background, your career, your dreams, your goals, your life, how you speak, your personality is, what you think, what you behave, what you this, you do that, you compare yourself with other, whatever it is. If you are somebody who thinks that you have not achieved something in this life, it's time to stop, because people have plans when they come to earth. They usually have some plans when they come to earth. When we come to earth, some people achieve it, some people partially achieve it. When we go to sleep, we do connect with our spirit guardians deeply, our higher consciousness, higher self. It connects with our akashic records. Akashic records, people don't even realize sometimes how it works. That sudden epiphanies, sudden songs in the head, sometimes suddenly seeing a video, like you are shuffling through a book, looks like a video, like a collection of pictures that move so fast, looks like a video, but those are paused moments, they're important moments. And sudden flashes. A lot of people who are psychically inclined, people are usually in tune with their nature if they give a little bit attention to it. In these kind of things, these are all connections to our own records, that whatever that life that we had on earth previously, somebody collects the information and stores it, and when we come to earth, we make a plan for each life and we go through that. Usually twins are given two goals. Because of that, I had to go through a lot of things, so this is from my personal experiences. Basically what it is, that we are a complete being. So because of that, the understanding of this is not enough, that is not enough, is not truth. This is an illusion. Basically, we are a complete being. The idea of lack comes to a human because of the separation from the source. Source is unconditionally loving. When we feel that connection with the source, no matter what we are, whatever the life we are living, however our looks or whatever in all areas of our life, suddenly we comes to a place of absolute peace and stability within our own self. You know, when I connected myself to that energy of unconditional loving for the first time in my life, how it feels to feel the love that is absolutely unconditionally loving. People get closer to the same idea, same energy when they meditate. That is why when people meditate, they go closer to that peacefulness, that calmness, the stability, the doubts disappear, the fear disappears, because divine reaches out to tell. But it's if we go to very deep, we can connect ourselves to the source. And because I was in a twin flame journey, I was able, of course, with the help of my divine guardians, was able to connect myself to the energy of the source. And it is something that I cannot describe. Like, nothing else matters because it's just blissful, like so compassionate, so kind. So I have no other words other than saying unconditional loving. There is no word, there is no communication. It's just a feeling, it's just a knowing, that completely blissfulness, as if people take this and that and they they fall asleep without realizing what they're going through, those kind of things. That is completely different, that is temporary. This is when I was fully awake, when my eyes were fully open. So through this journey I had to learn. The point is, there are people who are very gentle, kind, empathetic, compassionate, very soft spoken, who doesn't have a much of not much of any negative malice towards others, or they don't hold on to negative things that easily. They let go of those kind of things. Those are people who are particularly kept on earth to transformate the energy, because these kind of the people who absorb negativity that comes to them, and they transform that energy into positivity. There are people who always are smiling, they're sort of wild, mildly energetic people. There's those people, those does not get angry at all, who are care about everybody, sympathetic about everybody. These kind of the people are who are they have a lesser desire for life, wanting to achieve this, wanting to achieve that. Not everybody, but majority of the people who are sent to earth, who are this way, it's because they are made up of love, because that's selfishness is less in them. They are benevolent, their heart is always about love, life, and peace and stability. So that goals are also, they're just looking for something that would satisfy them, not to prove a point to anybody, not for the ego. These are people with not too much plans made for their life, those kind of people. So basically, what my spirit guardians told me, that we are all a complete beings. There is nothing lack in us. It is because the way that we believed things on earth, we became that way. So I had to purge all of that out of me, to get that thing out of me, to reach a point of understanding of from the point of what my angels were saying to me, my spirit guardians were telling to me. Because it was really hard for at that time to understand. But once it come to the conclusion that, oh, this is how it is, because once you release all of those trauma, suddenly the truth comes in, the peace comes in, the stability comes in, and you see. Because of that, it's very essential that if you are somebody who feels inferior towards yourself because of this, because of that, it's really not needed to. Because in the eyes of the divine, each and every one of us is equal. And the idea of perfection only comes because of the life on earth, because everything is perfect, because nobody lacks anything in the spiritual level. Once we accept us as we are, we come to a place of self-acceptance. When we reach a place of that, a kind of peace wash over us. There is no criticism, there is no negativity going around regarding our own self. At least, even if somebody else is already doing that, at least we should not be doing that to ourselves, isn't it? So if you're somebody who's looking down on yourself, feeling inferior or this or whatever, it is what I would suggest is there is nothing wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with us. We have done nothing wrong. You know, achievement is something, it's a personal choice. Beauty is also a personal idea. Perfection is also same way, it's personal. When we shift our ideology, our belief system, things changes for us. So basically, somebody who has that good, kind heart, it is that their place there to transform that negative energy, because they absorb that negative energy and turn that into something very positive, no matter what, because they consume that energy in a way that they transform that. They still remain very benevolent, very empathetic, kind, gentle. Their heart melts so easily. They look around and they show kindness, feel kindness for everybody, even for strangers. Their heart, wishes them well. They may look into, get up in the morning and they may wish well for the whole world, because even if they are living in a whatever situation they are, these kind of people. So there is no lack in our own existence. If anybody has ever felt that, it's because of the life they had lived on earth. So once we purge every trauma that we have, that ideology of having anything lacked or this is wrong, that is wrong also goes away. This is all I wanted to say. So self-acceptance is very important. So if you are somebody like that and comparing yourself with somebody else, I advise that it's time to stop and look at your blessings, look at your own self. Everybody has something. Each and everyone is completely different from each other. So if somebody walks into our life who sees our value, then maybe these kind of people will change their ideology that what it is this person, because I saw one comment, this person who grew up in some northern European small village where everybody looked like the same person, but fortunately she got some good education and moved in Asia or something. For these people, she looked like a goddess, and she was saying that it looked like suddenly she felt that admiration, that appreciation she never felt in her life. And suddenly she realized that she was always that way. It's because how people looked at her changed her perception about herself. It is same way, even if somebody is not there to do, it's our job to do that to ourselves. This is all I wanted to say. I hope it helps.